recording outside today, in case you can't tell. I wanted to get a quick video recorded on this Monday afternoon before I head to my daughter's track meet. I'm working the track meet today. She does shot put and I'm going to be working the thing. I've never done it before, but just measuring stuff, I guess. I don't know. I've never done anything with track, so I'm not real familiar with it. Sorry if you can hear mowing. My neighbors are mowing, like several of them, and it might be loud, so I apologize, but I wanted to come outside because it's just so beautiful, such beautiful weather, and I still need to clean my craft room, and I'm feeling a little claustrophobic in there, so I wanted to go outside. So this video is just kind of an update on some of the projects that I have going on. I do have a finished object, but I'm gonna save that for a different video. And for this one, I'm just going to give you an update on one of my tests. Yeah, one of my tests, and then 2 hats that I'm making. So I will start with the, oh, I have coupons. Heard a noise. So this one I posted in a short. I had started it. I haven't gotten very far at all. But this is another Henrick Hat. The pattern is by MC at Blame the Knots. And I had tested it for her initially. I was one of the testers. And I did it in like an alpaca blend yarn. And this is just 100% acrylic. It's I Love This Yarn in Pastels. And it's kind of hard to see the color changes, but it's very faint transition between like a light lavender pinkish color that gradiates into a light blue, and really right here it just looks like light blue, but when it's in the sun you can kind of see some of the pink and lavender mixed with the blue. It's very pretty, and I love how the stitch is turning out. So I loved this pattern. It was really fun to make, and I wanted another project that I could take with me wherever I go. Stuck it in a little makeup bag. I've got my other knitting needles in here too. But this is just a makeup bag that, well, it's never had makeup in it. I bought it specifically for my art stuff, and then I took my watercolors out of it and decided to use it as a project bag, because I've been really into clear bags for projects because I like to see all of my yarn all the time. So then even when I'm not using it, I can still dream about it. So I really love this one. And like I said, not very far, but yeah. And I'm using one of the stitch markers that I got from my yarn purchase that came with my yarn from Unit I Dye, I believe is what it's called. And then I made this one. It's just I made it. It's a tiny little charm that I attached to a jump ring. Hopefully it'll focus. Cute little robot guy. But this is where the pattern changes, and I don't want to miss my changes, my stitch changes, because I don't pay attention very well and I can miss that. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited to see it a little further once the colors start changing a bit more. And also it's made back and forth, so which I also really love the pattern, because it gives this ribbing and knit look on like almost like stockinette look on both sides, but you're knitting the entire time instead of having to knit then purl, then knit then purl if you're going back and forth. So that's why I really like this, and it's got some squish to it because of the way the pattern's going. But anyway, I like to just use circular needles instead of straight needles. Straight needles are very heavy and they kind of fatigue my wrists and hands faster, so I like to just go back and forth on a little bit longer circulars. So that's why I have it on circulars. And the other hat I'm working on, you've probably seen it a couple times. And I've got it in a little bag that my mom gave me. Another makeup bag, or ditty bag, or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of hard to read at first, but it says Blessed Nurse. So if you don't know, I am a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. Actually a nurse educator. I work in professional development, so in a hospital. So I onboard new nurses and nurse assistants and clinical secretaries, and I love my job. So there's a little bit more to it than that, but yeah, anyway, so a little side spiel on my career, but I love being a nurse. So this hat is for one of my nurse friends. She's a nurse educator. Oh, you're about to see my son. Wave, Connor. He makes a mean sub. So, and he's about to get in a little orange car. That orange car got me through nursing school. Anyway, so I'm making this hat for my nurse friend. I've made quite a bit of progress for me because I'm so slow, remember? But I absolutely adore this hat and the way it's turning out. It is so, I love it. It just feels so good. Like it's turning out better than I thought it would. Only because I'm not super skilled at knitting, and it feels high quality, you know? I don't know, I just love it. But this is for one of my nurse friends, just to remind you if you haven't watched before. I am doing this thing where, so at work we have department meetings monthly, and whoever's birthday it is in the department that month, they get a birthday box, and everyone puts a little something in there. And I've made these like coupon sort of things that I put in the birthday box, and it says that they get either like a hat, a scarf, like a headband, ear warmer. I may branch out into some amigurumis because I am getting better at those, and so I think I could accomplish that because I'm trying to think of things that I can do timely. I'm hearing knocking. I don't know if it's the woodpecker in the tree. It is. There's a woodpecker up there. Oh, I wish I could turn the camera so you could see it. It's too far away. But there is a dead tree in my neighbor's house, and it's been there and dead for years. And I'm so glad that he hasn't torn it down, because the woodpeckers love that tree. And I love watching the woodpeckers over there. They're so fun to watch. But there for a second I thought it was my husband like knocking on the garage door. But no, it's just the woodpeckers. I also saw red-winged blackbird yesterday, and a cardinal zoomed right in front of my car on my way home just now. I love birds. They're so pretty and funny and cute and distracting. So I can't remember exactly what I was saying. Oh, I was explaining the gift stuff. So like my birthday's in November. I get a birthday box in November. Everybody puts a little something in there, and so I've made those coupons, and yeah, hat, scarf, head, ear warmer. But anyway, I was looking for possibly to do possibly amigurumi, because I wanted to do things that were that wouldn't take me forever. So like, you know, there's gonna be a little bit of time after I talk to them and they tell me what they want me to make for them. So they're not gonna be able to like put in an order and do it, you know, exactly what they want. No, it's like I get some information from them, like, what's your favorite color? What would you like to have? And then, are you opposed to this sort of thing? Do you like, you know, you're not allergic to wool or anything, you know, that sort of thing. So that I can kind of still surprise them, but cater it more to something that they would like and wear and stuff. So my friend Jessica at work is gonna get this hat, and I actually got her a fleece scarf for Christmas. It's just fleece, like that you buy by the yard, that I cut into the shape of a scarf. super cheap. I love doing it that way because fleece is so warm. But anyway, so she loves characters and holidays and stuff like that. So I got her one that is in these colors, and it's like gingerbread man or gingerbread men I think are in it, and it's just really cute. But it's like Christmas winter themed. And she's got a white coat, winter coat, and so we thought that this yarn, I was like, oh, I have the perfect yarn, it's already in my stash. So I showed her this yarn that I'm working up, and this is the Chromatic Spectrum, Yarn Bee Chromatic Spectrum in Island Life. Definitely giving mermaid vibes, but it's going to match her stuff very well. So that's what she wanted, and this is the Zoom hat pattern I'm making, and oh, forgive me, I can't remember the designer right offhand, but I'll link it below. I might link it, but I'll definitely put the information below. Anyway, so I've made a little bit more progress, and I believe once we get going, this can always fold up, or by the time it's done, it might have a little slouch to it. But I'm almost to where I can start decreases. I think I probably have about 4 more rows. And I love taking this with me because it's in the round, and I just do knit stitches, and yeah, so I'm loving the way it's turning out. And I think it's kind of funny that, which it almost looks like it more in the video than it does in like real life, but this yellow, it's just like it snuck in there. Like it took me that long to get to the yellow, and I don't know that I'm going to hit any more of that in this. So there's going to be like a stripe of this yellow right in the middle. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like if it was for me, I'd be like, yeah, cool. I just hope she likes it. Yeah. And then I made this little stitch marker. You've probably seen it before too. It's hard to focus. It's so cute. I love the bright blingy stuff. Anyway. The woodpecker is a little lower on the tree than he normally is. And that was loud. I think he's black and white. Very pretty. They're so cool. Okay, the other thing is in my big bag, my big clear bag. The camera, hopefully it doesn't fall over. Okay, so I am making the Juniper Berry Jumper. Also a pattern by MC at Blame the Knots. This one is currently in testing. The other Henrick Hat, it's out of testing. It's like, it's ready to go. So I will link that down below so you can get to that if you're interested in it. And so this jumper sweater is coming along nicely. And it is going to, I'm hoping to be done in the next week or so. It's beautiful. I love the way it's working up. There's somebody in my neighbor's house. My neighbor's not home. This guy probably thinks I'm a weirdo out here just talking to myself. I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to you guys. Anyway, so I got started with this one. I'm making it out of the Big Twist Party yarn, and this one's in bubblegum. And it's used, I thought I'd have enough because I'm making, you know, this is like a cropped version.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Okay, I'm back, and I'm not editing that out because my husband was being mean and ornery, so I started recording and then he ran away. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. I don't know what was going on with that person So I just packed up and went in the house. I had to go to the track meet anyway. So now I'm back. I've worked the track meet and I'm looking at my face. I think I got burnt. My ears are burnt because the sun was coming in on this side, and so this got nothing, and this side is overheated. So now my face is all red. Anyway, so I can't remember where I was. I guess I could look back at the video. So I apologize, and my camera's a little crooked too. Maybe, I don't know that that's any better. Okay, we'll go with that. So I was talking about this top that I'm testing. Oh, there's the woodpecker again. This top that I'm testing for MC at Blame the Knots. She's got an Instagram and YouTube. So this yarn that I'm using is the party yarn, Big Twist party yarn, and I didn't buy enough of this color. It's in bubblegum. It's very pretty. I really like how it looks on camera right now. But the variations in the colors, it's awesome. It's got mostly pinks and purples, and then some lighter like cream color throughout, and then you can see the green that kind of weaves through all of it. It's very pretty. I love it. I would have loved to have the whole thing in it, but after I got started and calculated it from there, I don't know if I did my math wrong or what, because initially I thought I was gonna have enough. But even though it's a cropped sweater, I think I decided that I really want the cropped but longer sleeves, because I probably could have gotten by with it if I made the sleeve shorter, but I don't want a short sleeve. I want it to be long sleeve, or at least 3/4 length. So this is what I have right now, and the only other yarn in this party yarn that I got enough to make any sort of anything with is this blue color. Okay, and it's so pretty and squishy. I'll put the colorway in the description because I don't have the tag with me and I forget what color this is. I'm gonna guess it has some sort of blue in the name. I'm trying to come up with it, but it's not there. It left me a long time ago, if it was even in there to begin with. But this has the same sort of color variation. Not the same colors, but like it gradually changes into darker, rich colors and then lighter colors, just like this other one does in like the pink version. And I really like that. It may not have been my first choice, because really it's only become my choice because it's all I have. So I'm gonna make a half and half. So this side's gonna be pink and this side's gonna be blue. And I'm gonna love it. It wasn't my first choice, like I said, it wasn't my plan, but I'm gonna go with it. I will call it a happy accident that my calculations and purchasing was off. Oh, and you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just go back and buy some more yarn? Well, I did, and they didn't have any. And then you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just order it online? Because I have plenty of time to finish the test. Like the deadline's not like tomorrow or anything, but they're all out online too for this color. So then I'm like, oh my gosh. So I could have tried to stretch it out, but then I didn't want to get that far and then realize I didn't have enough and then have to pull it all out. So I'm like, I'm just gonna change direction, get on board with that direction, and go from there. So this is what we have, and it's gonna kind of have this effect, and I like it. It's growing on me, and I can't wait to finish it and sew it together and go from there. Part of me was trying to decide if I want to do like blue with a pink sleeve and then pink with the blue sleeve, or if I want to do all blue, all pink. And I think right now I want to do just half and half, not like 4 different sections, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Now, with all of that being said, oh, and look, this is one of those things I probably showed you a while back, but it's my J6 marker thing so that I do not forget which size of hook that I used. And this yarn picked up is so pretty. Isn't that just so pretty? I love it. Oh, and I don't know if it's like operator error or what with winding these darn balls, but well, this I wrapped my extra around, but like I've got stuff in the center that falls out all the time, so I don't know if it's my ball winder or what, because if you've watched an old video and you remember way back when, it wasn't working that great, which started out as probably operator error, and then I tried to fix it. I don't know why, because I didn't know what I was doing. So I took it apart and then had to put it back together, and then I didn't put it back together correctly, and then I had to have my husband help me, and he helped me, and I thought I got it back, but now it just seems to not wind very well. So I mean, it still gets the job done, but it's not pretty like I'd like it to be. So I'll dedicate some time at some point to really figure out what's going on with it and improve it, but for now it gets the job done. Okay, so that's this project. Deadline is close to the end of May, mid to end May, but it's not going to take me that long. I'm hoping to be done this week. But when I found out that the party yarn in that colorway was starting to sell out online, and the more I worked with it, I was like, I really love this yarn. Well, I have several different other colorways that I bought that I'm gonna make probably hats and stuff with. And so then I just kind of freaked out, and I was like, man, I really like this yarn, and it's just, I wanted more different colors. So then I went back and I had purchased a couple of, okay, so what did I do? I can't remember exactly what I did, but I left the store with some of the Big Twist Fleck, and I think maybe I had 2 skeins of it. It's in my craft room. But today I went and I got the pink that I've been eyeing for so long, and I thought I need to just get it, because if I don't get it, it's gonna sell out. And it did. There were 2 skeins, and I went back and there was only 1 today, so I'm glad I went back. And this one is called Popcicle, and it's just a very light pink with speckles, and the speckles are pink, yellow, and green. Yeah, and if you're not familiar with this fleck, you get 208 yards, 3.5 ounces for a 100-gram ball. It's a size 4. Suggestion: please purchase a sufficient quantity of 1 dye lot to ensure uniformity of color in your completed project. Suggestion: please purchase enough yarn to make what you want to make. But this is 85% acrylic, 10% polyamide, and 5% linen. I haven't used it before, but it feels even softer than the party yarn. So I'm excited to use it. I'll probably make a hat. I'm like on this hat kick. I really like the simplicity of the Zoom hat that I'm making. So I may just like make a bunch of those, because they're kind of that mindless, I can take with me and work on it when I'm doing other things and I don't have to think about it. I can just pick up and go. And okay, so the reason I bought so many different ones is because this is all they had left. I did get 2 of this one. I got 2 of this one because they had 2 left. I bought all of the rest of the fleck that they had. And this one is kind of like a cream base, and it's called Birthday Cake. So it's got like a navy blue, pink, and kind of a dark burnt umber type yellow speck in it too. It's very pretty. But when this first was in stock this last go around, I don't know if they've ever had this before, but this is the first time I've seen it, but I've never really shopped at Joann's for yarn before, so this is kind of new to me. So when these first came out, I just kept, I wanted to buy a whole bunch so I could make a sweater, and I didn't. I chose something else to make a sweater. I chose the party yarn to make the sweater. And then I got this one. This is called Fruit Salad, and this is more of a white instead of that off-white cream color. And I'm sorry, the sun's starting to go. It's behind my house now, so it's not as bright as it was. But this has got, I'm not even gonna go through all the colors. It's got way more colors in it. I can't hardly show it. It looks a lot better in person, so I apologize. I can't see it that well. But anyway, I was gonna get a sweater quantity the first time, but I ended up buying all that in the party yarn. I didn't really buy any fleck. This is the first time I bought any of the fleck yarn besides the 2 skeins the other day. I can't even remember what color I got the other day. So every time I would come back, I'd be shopping for, you know, I'd go for blanket yarn if I was working on some amigurumis and stuff, but I would go buy this yarn and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty, but I couldn't choose because they were all just like so similar that I'm like, no, I like this one better. No, I like this one better. No, I like that one better. Oh, I love the pink. No, I want the white. I couldn't decide, so I never bought anything. Well, today I couldn't decide, and I figured they were going to be completely out of it if I, you know, eventually. So I thought, well, I'm going to make it so they're completely out of it, and then I get to have it. So that's why I bought it. And then after that was safely in my arms, on the way to checkout, I saw the Big Twist carousel yarn, which kind of reminds me of the Chromatic Spectrum yarn that I'm working with now, that has like 2 different colors that are twisted together. So I had to try that, and I thought, it says it's a 4, but I think it's more like a 5, and I don't really have a whole lot of bulky type yarn in my stash, and I thought, I want to knit something with the bulky, and I'm really curious how this is going to work up. So I got this, and oh, I didn't even see the name. This is called Wildflower. I think that's so pretty. But you get 170 yards in your 100 grams, 100% acrylic. It's not as soft as the others, but I think it would be pretty warm. And it says that it's going to require 2 skeins for a hat. So I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping that I can get 1 hat out of this. We'll see. I know I don't follow directions very well, but I think as long as I don't do a hat that ends up having a flip, if I just do a basic spam call, okay, if I just do like a basic beanie without a flip, I might have enough for it. So we'll see, but that's not the only thing I got. This one was calling my name too, and this one is called Limestone. That's what my house is made of. Those colors are so pretty. These, I think my mom would like this one. She might like these colors. I may have to make her a hat. So this counts for my don't buy the yarn unless you have a plan for it, because I'm on this hat kick, and I think that these would make some great hats. And then what's it called when there's things at the register that they're trying to entice you to buy there at the last minute? Impulse buy, right? Impulse purchases. Okay, so here's an impulse purchase. It's hot pink and flowers. It's just, it says it's a summer pouch. It could be a makeup bag. It could be, you know, a pencil case, or, oh no, There we go. Or it can fit my next project. I love it. Okay. The only other thing that I wanted to show you, and if you saw any of my shorts, you may have seen this. Oh, it's upside down. It's a fatigue mat. No, anti-fatigue mat. Step on this and you'll get tired. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. I'm tired. Anti-fatigue. So this is 4 pieces and it ends up being 25 inches. No. Each one is 25 by 25. So it ends up being 17 square feet. They're kind of thin, but that's okay. So I'm gonna use this to block large garments and projects and stuff because I currently do not have anything to be able to do that. So if you saw one of my last videos, I blocked my fairy wing Ruana on, I just like hung it up on a whatchamacallit, the drying rack, and then pinned it in place. And it worked well, but I don't want to do that all the time. I want to be able to use something like this. So I haven't wanted to spend much lately, so every time I looked on like Amazon or whatever, I had it in my cart a few times and I'm like, no, I don't want to buy it right now. And yeah, so, but then I went to Harbor Freight to get something else. I don't even know what I was looking for, but they had, oh, stuff for pegboard. But I ran across these and they called it their spring Black Friday sale. And I don't know how long it's going on, maybe to like the 16th or 18th or 12th or 13th. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but if you are interested in this, check it out as soon as possible. But this was like $9. So very reasonable. So I snatched it up and now it got me. I think those are starlings. They're so loud. Okay, that's all I have tonight. Remember to go enter for the giveaway. The giveaway is open to international viewers and local US viewers. There's going to be one winner for US and a winner for international. So go check out that video, the giveaway video, because the giveaway ends on this Friday, so April 19th. Not a specific time, but sometime in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. I have to get off work, cook supper, all that good stuff, and then I'm going to pick the winners. So please enter. There's still a chance to win, so that video will have all the information on how to enter the giveaway and all that good stuff. So check that out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Please comment below if you've tried this fleck yarn. I'm really excited to try it. Let me know if you've tried the party yarn too. I've seen a few other projects with the party yarn and they're turning out beautiful. So let me know if you've tried the yarn and what you've made with it and how you like it, because it's a little bit of an obsession for me right now. So yes, have a great Monday, and yeah, bye.